Good morning, and it's Easter. This is KJH, Uncut with KJH, and I'm Katie Jane Hughes, a celebrity and editorial makeup artist. I have been on a 2.5-week job. Actually, the shoot is still going on. It's just the weekend, and we wrap on Tuesday for Glossier for a new product, and it's been a mammoth of a shoot, and it's meant that I haven't really had much time to do social. And so I'm shooting this video today on Easter with a little bit of a Easter kind of nod of how to play with colors for spring. And the thing that came to my mind as far as what product to play with for this was the Palm palette from Bake Up Beauty by Joe Baker. I'm very excited to do a little bit of a pastel-y spring makeup look. I'm wearing a little bit of lip right now because I just filmed a little reels on this lip combo because so many of my community on Instagram asked about this yesterday. So I'll break this down a little bit when I probably touch it up. And I also do have a little bit of concealer on. Before I do eyes though, I am just going to add a little touch of dimension to the face with contour. So this is the M Cosmetics So Soft in the shade Terra. And I'm going to take just a small little brush like this. So if you're new here and you don't know what Uncut with KJH is, it is a series of unedited YouTube videos where I basically don't edit them. So you get to see all of the things that might happen that I might deem as a mistake that essentially will help the viewer learn from those mistakes that I make and hopefully avoid them themselves. Or maybe it helps you to be like, oh, okay, I do that. So that's normal if a makeup artist does that too. And destigmatizing things, and sometimes there's so much editing that goes into content online that it sometimes doesn't really show you how to even get the look. It's more just about a vibe and like an aesthetic and like a little, you know, a thing. Anywho, so just applying a little bit of definition in the face. I love to play a little under here. I'm also leaning into my skinny brow era. Plucked them all away when I was a kid. I was 16, 17. I had weird dreams last night. I plucked them all away when I was 17 or so. Probably 15 actually. I was a little odd kid, didn't really fit in, didn't really have like, had a few friends, but I was never one of the cool kids and always used to try and do things to be a cool kid. Which now, if plucking my eyebrows off was the worst thing that I did to fit in to be with one of the cool kids, that's okay by me. Also, it gives me the opportunity now to sort of, silver lining of having slim, very slender eyebrows is that I can actually create a big brow on a Monday and a skinny brow on a Tuesday and not have to pluck any hair away. Right, I'm going to get into eyes. This is an eyeshadow palette. Probably going to blend this a little more later, but I'm fine with it for a minute. This is the shade Canvas. This is Canvas Color Fluid Ultra Matte from Hindash Cosmetics. I'm not a primer person in any category, actually. I find primers not fully necessary always for me, but I think that if you are a primer person, please do not let that hinder you. I find sometimes primers just to be a little bit unnecessary, and I find priming the eyelids and priming the skin before foundation just adds more textures underneath the things that might help them move quicker. That said, I do think I'm gonna like this primer because of the fact that it's just like a cream eyeshadow. And it can be used both ways, and I think that's the way that I would use a primer. I wouldn't just use it to keep my makeup on longer, because there are other ways to help keep your makeup on longer. For example, don't overuse eye creams, don't overuse creamy concealers, make sure to use the right amount of powder, and make sure to set the eyeshadow the right way, and so on and so forth. The formulas and the mediums of makeup and what textures go over what other textures is so important for longevity, which I can get to on a later date. I'm going to pop some of this underneath as well because I do intend to play with this eye shadow in a bigger way and just smear it in. Okay, I am so tired. I've never been on a 12-day job in my life, and it's fun to have like colleagues that you're with every other day, but I'm definitely feeling it now. I'm definitely like ready for the wrap. So I'm going to just get straight in with my number 11 brush from my Spectrum collab. I think I'm just going to go in with the lemon first. I'm just going to start packing that on and just sort of see where I go, see what that feels like. I want this to be almost like a little Easter egg hunt on my eyelids, but chic and kind of editorial and a little bit more fun. Don't want it to feel too done. I want it to feel like it just happened. Maybe like I was in a paint like a paintball party. I'm literally just wiping this brush on my towel off camera because I don't want to have 1,000 brushes to clean because it's Sunday and I've got coffee dates to be had and Easter activities to be had. Popping on the purple now. And the beauty of that towel on my desk is that you can basically get rid of most of the colour that's in your brush to be able to move on. What I love about these eyeshadows is they actually build quite slowly, and I think that's an amazing thing for people that find blending difficult, because it doesn't over give you stuff that then you have to fight to move, and it's easier to add always than it is to take product away. So never forget that. I'm going to take a smaller brush now because I want to go in with a little bit more detail in the inner corner. Same palette. I'm going to take this baby blue, I think. I'm just going to kind of go like in there. Just do like a little boop, done. Just like a little thing. Like, this might not make sense to everybody, and it doesn't have to. Makeup doesn't have to. Makeup is something that is for you to enjoy with yourself and to express yourself. I'm taking this teal color now, this light sort of green teal. I'm gonna go in there with it. And just sort of being a little bit sort of free with the placement of the colors and creating different textures each time I do it. Maybe I might just smear that in a little. Sometimes if you just do a pop of one bright color, it can look a bit stark. This will also come a little bit more to life. I'm just gonna mess with my exposure just a little. Sorry y'all. It's a bit better, okay. Look. So this will also come to life a little bit more with mascara. Mascara kind of brings everything, makes everything make sense. And I think with that baby blue, no, I'm gonna let mascara be my defining product. I'm gonna add a little bit of this pink with that same brush. But where do I wanna go? Maybe I wanna go into that purple a little. Give it a little bit of something. So we're about here. I think I'm actually gonna take one of the Vivids because I just want a pop of something to jump out a little bit more. And I'm thinking of this orange color because I just think it needs something. Also, if you're never sure, put something on your finger and just sort of put it next to the palette that's already on the eye or on the brush, and just sort of see if it feels like it's gonna be part of the family. Because you might not want to ruin the makeup, or you might not like it, and then you're like, well, oh well. But also, it's makeup, it washes off, have fun. It doesn't really matter. It's not like, it doesn't have to be complicated. It should be a freeing experience. And also, as far as symmetry goes, like, get it somewhat close, but like, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do a little bit of mascara because I think I like where this is. And for mascara, I'm gonna use the one that I used yesterday. Am I in focus? I think so. This is called Excessive Lash from Makeup Forever. And mascara, like a big spiky lash, is gonna bring this, I think, to a place of sexiness versus cute. Not sexy, but just like, not just like I had a 2-year-old do my makeup. And again, I want to reiterate, this isn't a look that everybody's going to be like, oh, I would do that. It's a look that, I just realized I do want to do a little something up into the upper area of my eye. It's a look that like not everybody's going to want, but that's okay because makeup's different. I'm going to take this green that I didn't really touch upon yet. I just want to go a little in there. Not really blend it. I like this haphazard kind of placement, something that Jo Baker does a lot on her clients. And now I need a color to separate those two because I've kind of gone in and created sort of connection because this now is close to this. Hopefully this is interesting that you get to see how the brain works with makeup and how sort of things go in your head when you're just creating these kind of things. I'm going to take that yellow and just go in there. And just go in there. And again, not blending it, just sort of speckling it in, kind of like a speckled egg. Cute. Okay. A little bit into that green is never a bad idea too, just so that you get like texture. Again, this is an editorial look. Would I go to Trader Joe's or a supermarket in this? Probably, because I'm not really bothered. I'm like confident in makeup looks. It's just like it all washes off, and hey, if it brings somebody 5 seconds of joy to see some cute colors on someone's face, or if it makes somebody sort of, maybe it might distract someone from a moment of sort of frustration that they might be having in their life, then cool. Then job well done, you know. And all in the process of just expressing what's happening in your brain on your face for people to see. It all depends how you look at it, I guess. So this is Excessive Lash from Makeup Forever. It's one of my favorite mascaras that I feel like I've never got enough of it, so I rarely use it. I feel like I only have these a couple of times a year. I don't know why. I just use what I'm sent because I don't like to waste product. And so I don't typically get something in the mail from a brand, from PR. It's not that I'm too good to purchase anything. Please do not mistake it for that. It's a don't want to waste stuff, and I can make do with what I've got. There's a lot of things that I like a lot of mascaras. I don't really have one favorite. I mean, I do, but I also love lots of other ones. And my one favorite currently is Tower 28 Make Waves, but this has always been something that I've used. And just, I love the tip of the wand for the bottom lashes. It's very, very good. It just has this grip. It's actually an amazing bottom lash mascara exclusively if you wanted to just use Excessive Lash for that. I hope my focus has been on focus mode. So we are in the process of trying to buy a home, and it is an ongoing struggle. It's like we just keep striking, what's the word? We just keep not getting there. And maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe not, but maybe we're not sort of hungry enough. Maybe we're scared and we're just not ready to make the plunge. Take the plunge, make the plunge. All right, so just to finish up my concealer and my base, I've been using this Ultra Teint Idole Ultra Wear from Lancome. This might not be my right shade. I've got like 6 of them on my table. This is Ivory Neutral. And it's very sheer all over colour, so it's designed to be worn kind of like as a concealer under foundation. I'm just going to blend it in with a little brush. Like I said, I've already got some on, so I'm just using this to brighten at this point and sort of almost blend into my contour a little bit more. I think it's nice to have like a bright under eye with an eye like this. I think it actually could be nice to do this kind of makeup look over zero complexion too, if you've got beautiful sort of natural shadows around the eyes. But a little bit of concealer blended into the eyeshadow is always nice too. All right, so I'm going to try and post this today for Easter, and hey, if it doesn't get up today for any reason, then it's a good spring look, just to encourage you to try some pastels. It doesn't have to be in the same vein of sort of color vomit, for lack of a better word. Okay, let me see where we are. I'm really loving my slim brows, especially last week. I'm definitely a creature of, I know what I like and I like myself in, but when somebody encourages something, I think it helps me be more on board with it. Maybe that's a personality trait of mine that I don't know about yet, but I'm definitely impressionable in that respect. Like, I love positive reinforcement. Nothing wrong with that, is there? I don't think. All right. And yeah, back to that, and why I said that was this week. A lot of my colleagues on set have been like, oh my God, I love your skinny brows. And these are all colleagues that I really look up to, and I love them and I find them all very stylish and sort of cool people. So for this, as far as like hair and other accessories, I would just do this with a really simple look outside of this. Like I wouldn't wear this with a Liverpool top. I would wear this with like cute white t-shirt and jeans, or a cute cargo pant, and like just something simple. But if I was going to some sort of 80s party, then hey, I'd go for it and be like, let's lean into the 80s in a hardcore way. I didn't apply blush, which is a little strange. So let me just do that really, really quick. This is one of my favorite lip and cheek hybrids. It's the strawberry shade of So Soft from M Cosmetics. I'm just going to do a little pop of cheek just to connect it all. Cute. I would love any requests that you might have on video content here on YouTube. And I really hope that you're enjoying the videos that I've been posting so far. And I hope that they're teaching you something, because that's the point. I want a little bit of that like connection. This is also amazing on the lip, even though earlier I did say I'll tell you what's on my lip. It's the Givenchy number 16 Sheer Velvet. I am holding it like that, with a bit of 2 lip liners, but it really could just be one. First I did Endless Cacao to give me a little bit of definition, and then number 16 at number 1 Lip Shaper from Nabla to sort of push outside the lines a little without too much depth. And that is it. So here's a close look of this makeup. I won't powder because I've just got on a little bit of serum under my face. And I'm probably gonna take this off and do another couple of videos now. But thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next video.